Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Daytona International Speedway. It's our pre-season event, the Daytona Duel. We've got 24 cars, the top 12 cars from each of the two group duels, and here we've got our main feature race as they race for $500,000. That's a lot of money, I've got to say. But let's not hang around with this one. I mean, it's not the main event, it's not the 250. We're here to just see some good racing, no points on the line. It's all winner takes all here today. Of course, this is Daytona, the home of American stock car racing. It's a very prestigious track, so everyone would like to win here, but ultimately, that's not what we all care about. Got a lot of cars on the grid today. So, starting off on pole position, I'll go through the top 10, of course, and then we'll pass it on to my colleague here. But on pole position, we have Ava Valyak for Venturia Racing in the number 2 car. Very good lap in qualifying, narrowly edging out second place Johnny Carpentier Panizzi. He too put in a very good lap. These two look like the two strongest contenders right now. A strong team so far is definitely the back row racing cars. 2-3, Ratko Betez, a fan favourite and a race winning favourite here. Of course, he won his group duel. He starts third. Fourth, surprise face maybe, Javier Talavera in the 41. Encouraging signs for TMS, I would say, but we'll have to see if that translates into race pace. Next up is Michael Teller, one of the pre-race favourites here. He's looked very fast at every super speedway he's raced at. He was very fast in the group duel, narrowly coming second, I believe. So he's another one to look out for. Venturia continuing their hot streak. It's the 74 of Adrian Fraser in 6. They're looking like a team to beat. And Fraser is looking like a surprise shout, I think, to be right up there. Behind them, Joe Dolinsky. He will line up in 7th place. He's a title favourite. Of course, he's not going to have any points on the line today, so he's not going to be too worried about getting involved in an accident. He's also been very quick. Oh, there's the engine starting. Uh, and then he's alongside Noah Cattaneo in the number 9 car. Another little surprise package. Another TMS in the top 10. So, up next in 9th is Ken Hale, who is alongside Andrew Mondragon in 10th. Of course, Mondragon making it 3 Venturia cars, no, all 4 Venturia cars, sorry, in the top 10. I'll pass it over to my colleague now as he gets to do the other part of the grid.
Yep, the rest of the 14 cars then. 36 in 11th place of Carl Sherman for Brown Racing. He lines up alongside the number 99 for Quinton Wells Racing. That's Mitch Johnson. It's all Sage on the 7th row. It's Kenneth Robinson, yep, and Marcus Monreal in those two cars. And actually, just behind them as well, in the 24, is William Starman. 38, Franco Espinazola. I have murdered that, but he is in 16th. 17th is Joseph Clark for Scott International, and then Kenny Dixon for Brown Racing in 18th. Tyler Novak Jr. and Camilla Lindberg are 19th and 20th. Brandon Reeves is 21st. Logan Wilkie in the number 10 lines up in 22nd, and on the back row, Megami Alaskian in that 48 for ARSE, and right at the back, off the pace, is Tyler Jordan in the number 35. We're not expecting very big things from him.
I'm interested to see what happens with Jordan. I have to be honest. I mean, he and the team, Monster Dick Speed Racing, none of them expected to make it here. They solely got in based off the accident in the Group A duel. So I'm interested to see if he can at least stick with the pack. Anyways, American flag in the background, waving in the wind. In comes the pace car. Right now, Ava Valyak will lead them to the restart zone. And we're green in Daytona. It's a good launch from Valyak, actually. Carpentier Panizzi's not hanging on well, but Ratko Betez behind looks like he's got a good launch. As we on the run down now to turn 1. Betez may have got a good launch, but here comes Teller to the inside. He's going to squeeze through, and we're already 3 wide for second place.
Indeed, we are. Ava Valyak just in front of them there. Talavera didn't get a particularly good launch, kind of holding up that top line now, as we see Dolinsky and Cataneo making their moves down on the low side, following Michael Teller. We could see very early 3, maybe even 4 wide coming here,
They're
as
taking it.
Cataneo is looking quite competitive in that number 9 car.
It's getting a bit close already. Early days, and Michael Teller already to the race lead. I told you he was going to be fast and he was a pre-race favourite. He's showing why he's up there. Oh, he's pushing it really close with Ratko Betez. He's also really close with Ava Valyak. Marcos Mondragon making lane switches already further back. It's very aggressive early on in this one.
Yep, we're seeing a lot of cars using the high and the low lines. Some going 3 wide, some sticking to that 2 wide. But at the moment, Dolinsky's kind of running his own race in the middle there, as they're starting to bunch a little bit. But we've got 2 out front at the moment,
I've got a
Michael Teller
move.
and Ratko Betez. We have got some moves indeed. Uh, 3
I
wide
think
just then.
Cataneo is going to get to the inside. Yes, he does. Teller checks up, nearly makes contact with Ratko Betez there. That was very, very close. But just outside of turn 4 now. It's a good run for Teller. It's a really good run for Betez on the high side. Can Cataneo stay in? No. Teller's able to get down and get a block in and protect the inside line. So Teller very much advantage early on to him as we start lap 3 now. Bit of a rushed one here. Uh, Straight into the action. Not much time to process it. It'd be nice if they take it a little bit easier and we can chill and just discuss the events. But of course, there's $1 million on the line here. They're not going to take this chill. Further back, actually, you can already see the 3 Sage cars actually working together. They've got a little queue going on the inside line, all 3 of them in line. Is there any other teams? Yes, high side. 3 out of 4 of the Venturias have a little line going as well. As that's Cataneo to the lead now, actually. So we got
Indeed.
distracted there.
Cataneo immediately changing lanes there. He knows exactly who he wants to be in front of, and that is Michael Teller and Joe Dolinsky. But here on the low side, that is Ken Hale in the Brown Racing Enterprises, number 37, coming down on the low side. And Brown Racing actually working together, Carl
So
Sherman
one
and Ken
two,
Hale.
one
Yeah,
two.
great stuff from them as Carl Sherman pushes Ken Hale to the lead of this race.
I fear that may be the end of their teamwork, though, because it looks like he's trying to get along. Oh, look, further back, Tyler Jordan's hanging alongside. Yeah,
So
it is the end of their teamwork, in fact.
it
Sherman
is.
is able to get to the inside. Are we 3 wide for the lead? I'm not sure.
Not quite. Dolinsky is still there, I think. Dolinsky just about hangs on. Yes, he is. He's got a good
Ooh,
run in the middle
they're
there.
pretty much rubbing as they come down towards the tri-oval here. Really close racing. Nothing left on the line as we start lap 5 of 40. We're getting there.
We
So it's a
are.
long. It's not the longest race. It's probably the shortest race on the calendar. But we'll be hoping there's no accidents anytime soon.
Yeah, and well, for the moment, I say with bated breath, they are sorting themselves out a little bit into kind of 3 wide, nice lanes there. Nobody really going for any bold moves yet, but we'll see probably later into the race. Maybe even at halfway or whenever they feel like it, they might start going for 4 wide. And it looks like Kenneth Robinson is getting very racy on that low side, looking to get to the front of this field.
And Joe Dolinsky's looking very quick out front of him. Carpentier Panizzi's already back up there. As he dropped back a bit after the early phases, it looks like that high line is starting to come in as the faster line at the moment. I say that. Carpentier Panizzi gets to Dolinsky's inside and is back into the lead. For how long? I don't know, because look at the run that high side is getting off the corners here. I mean, it's definitely looking faster. I mean, Betez is still hanging on, but he's in the mid pack now. So's Teller, Cataneo. All the leaders seem to just check themselves up onto the high side. And talking of checking up, Kenneth Robinson has just checked up Sherman, and the Sage queue is starting to push towards the front. And Tyler Jordan's still hanging on further back. Fair play to him.
The Sage cars are making good progress. They all started very, very close to one another in 13th, 14th, 15th, so they were right next to one another. There's obviously a clear game plan here on the inside line, and they're really making it work. Carpentier Panizzi just throwing a slight block there as we come through turn 2 on Kenneth Robinson. Doesn't want anything to do with that 42 getting up alongside them, but we'll see for now. Robinson tucking in on alongside, I think that's the number 36. Yes, it is,
Yes,
Carl
I
Sherman.
will say the top two do look a little quicker than the rest of the field in this early phase. Whether it's the others not wanting to get to the lead, well, one man who does want to get to the lead, William Starman, already alongside as that looks nearly four wide. I think that was Ken Hale trying to find his way through on the outside to make it four wide, which is never going to work. Of course, so there is a four wide moment. You are going to drop back. Right, let's see how this works now. This HQ has broken, and Starman is actually pushing for the lead as Delinsky falls back. So, Sage have nearly got themselves a full row locked out, actually. But I don't think they'll care about that. All it is right now is survival. Of course, this is a 40-lap race. It's a long way to go. Any wreck at any point in this race has quite a high chance of wiping out the majority of the field in it. It looks like Ratko Betez is actually getting involved in something further back. It looks like he's trying to make it four wide. I think he's
Oh, I
backed
think
out
they
of it.
are. I think they are going to make it four wide. Delinsky up on that high side.
They
Yeah,
are
they are
four wide.
four wide just about. And this is where it starts to get interesting. Cars start to maybe merge into each other.
It looks like a lot of them are trying to clear the four wide while they can. They can almost sense the issues starting to come from it. And where we got
Oh,
there's a character
there they go at the
at the
back
back and
and
at
at
the
the front.
front. And at the front. That looks like most of the field is gone.
That does indeed. We'll see how
Got
many
Ava
cars
Val
can get
pulse
through at
into
the
through
far
it,
end
and she's hit her
and into her
teammate.
teammate.
The pulse hit it out.
Incredible drama here. A lot of cars round, racing back to the line now, but it looks like we've lost a significant amount of cars in this.
So William Starman leads the Audi car of Logan Wilkie, who was 8th place, and then Brandon Reeves, who was 11th. They're now 2nd and 3rd. So only
Incredible stuff.
3 cars have made it through this without having to even slow down. I think
Incredible stuff.
Clark has made it through this pretty unscathed.
Yeah, as the field starts to shuffle out.
That 38 is looking quite good. So I think Franca Nazario Spinazzola's okay. Ken Hale looks okay. Cataneo.
Could have taken a couple of hits. He was in the middle of the pack. Tyler Jordan has escaped it. You can see him there.
I think most of the cars in front of Tyler Jordan are probably okay. If I had to take a guess.
Oh no, never mind. I can see the damage now on Tyler Jordan's number 35.
Oh dear.
He's taken quite a hit to the front of that Dick Speed Racing car.
Who is healthy and who is not? Because a lot of those cars seem to spin but not hit a wall.
It's interesting to see who actually made contact in all of that.
We'll go back to looking at a replay in a minute. We'll just see if anyone's going to come down pit road now. The cars need to make round about one stop this race, and I think the majority of the field is going to take this opportunity to come in. Not Starman.
Starman's going to stay
or
out.
Cataneo.
And Cataneo is going to stay out as well. Bold call.
So most of the field has decided to pit, but 2 cars deciding not to.
Well, they're going to be banking on another caution, probably around mid-race, I'd say.
Right, let's look
at their pit stops in.
Yeah, let's have a look through now. So, of course, these two healthy. In comes Wilkie. In comes Reeves. Because both starting right near the back of the field as well. Getting a bit close on pit road. I think that 38 definitely looks healthy. I saw Robinson go round in the spin.
Talavera went round in the spin, but it just depends whether these cars actually collected a wall.
Oh, Teller does not look healthy. Nor does Betez.
Teller's taken a huge scuff, as has Ratko Betez.
Ooh. It's going to be interesting.
There's the number 10. Miles ahead. Did they take 2 tyres or something?
I must have. Oh, the Brandon Reeves actually might have just had a bad stop because he's dropped behind the 38. 48 up there. Yeah. So maybe Megami Alaskin made it out of that without any damage. Because, of course, cars that don't have damage aren't going to make any damage repairs under pit road.
No, they're not.
So I think most of these...
Jordan's still relatively up there. Maybe they...
Does he have a problem? Looks like he's going quite slow.
They've removed the hood.
Oh, that's
not a good sign.
That's not meant to happen.
Not a good sign at all. But that car, well, it's already slow, and well, now it's not going to be particularly healthy. That could be a hazard.
Right, this could be a very, very smart call from the. Oh, hang on.
Cataneo.
Has he got an issue? He's letting them all by.
Is he slowing? No way.
Is he okay?
Cataneo Is it
Is he
engine?
letting the cars by because he was behind them in the queue, or is there a problem with the car
Or
here?
is this a problem? I don't know. I can't tell.
He's trundling around the bottom.
But they're all quite slow. That's the thing. It might just be that he's pitting out of sync. Yeah, pits
Oh,
coming
he's
out from
coming
the
in
road.
now.
It's just a question. It's just, is that car damaged? Is that the reason that they're pitting, or is it just out of sync?
Well, we
They
won't.
backtracked on this strategy, but Starman's doubled down. Starman stays out. Light's still on the pace car, so we will get another lap. Let's go back to the restart.
we have time to look back now. Thankfully, now that the field is going to be going round for another lap, we'll have a quick look. We won't make this too long, so we can get back to the live
Well, it's
action.
the thing. It's going to be hard to watch because they went round at the front and at the back as well. They went first at the
Right.
back.
So we'll follow Joseph Clark here because we know this four wide is where it was involved.
Yeah. So, yeah. So it's just
Oh no, so
Talavera. It's
okay.
on
Oh, look
Talavera,
at
I
the
think.
smoke at the
Look at
cars.
the amount of cars. Yeah, look at that. There's a huge hit. There's a couple of
Phew.
huge hits in the middle there.
I think Clark has definitely made it out of that unscathed after a little bit of
Just about
contact.
a lovely save, I'd say, from
Right,
Joseph Clark.
let's try and count who's safe from this. So Clark goes around.
Oh my lord.
Talavera might be okay.
Monreal just got missed, I think, by Ken Hale. Don't know whether he got collected by any other cars in the aftermath, but
Don't...
oof, close with Betez as well. Okay, he did get a hit. I think did Marcus Monreal, but
Oh,
yeah, so
that
unfortunate.
nearly all three Sage cars making it through 1, 2, 3.
Yeah,
But
and
Carpentier Panizzi takes out to Robinson. Actually, has minor damage.
I think it was Delinsky came up. That's going to be damage for the
Right,
15,
and while
but
we can quickly, let's just try and see what happened further back.
at the back it's
Oh,
Valyak
Teller
getting
just comes up
squeezed.
into
Yeah,
Valyak, and that does not even need a
yeah,
look
and then
at.
look at all the cars scattering at the bottom as well.
That
So
one
much
is
going on. There's a lot to do, like take out of it, but
hectic race so far.
not a lot of time. Yeah, but
We went about 10 laps without any incident, and then pretty much the entire field decides to disappear in an
well,
incident.
it was a good race. They were running very comfortably free wide. You know, we had cars on every lane being able to make moves, cars up and down the field pushing their way through. But once it got four wide, yeah, it does start to get a little bit messy, and that's where
A
the
bit
accidents happen.
big mistake from our pole sitter though. Of course, it wasn't even 3 wide when Valyak went up and hit Betez, and oh, no, it was Teller. Sorry, it
It
was
was
Teller.
Teller, yeah.
Big mistake from Teller. Of course, he was one of the race favourites. He must have been just frustrated running at the back. Tried to run up a bit higher to get some more speed off the corner and just wiped them out with him. Both
Yeah,
our pole
exactly.
sitter and who was it again? Betez, Ratko Betez.
Yeah. Who have we lost in all of this then?
Oh,
Just
any
have a look, see.
retirements? So Marcus Monreal has
Marcus
actually retired.
Monreal and
Valyak has
Valyak.
also retired. Joe Dolinsky's retired. So 3 out of 4
Three out of four of the
Venturias.
Venturia cars, yeah, huge damage. So only Mondragon, I think, is the one.
And I
He's the
think
only one
Mondragon may have had a couple hits in
with
that
a couple
incident.
hits as well. I think I no because Valyak hit Mondragon as well.
Oh
So
dear.
so
Oh no.
nightmare stuff for Venturia.
Oh
This
well.
race, you could see Mondragon just running right at the back in around
I'm sure.
15th place,
I'm
but
sure team owner Michal Valyak uh, was just sat there watching $500,000 burn in front of him as all those cars went round.
yeah, disaster stuff there with
Oh
with
dear. Not
they line up double file now, coming up to the restart. This is going to be an interesting restart with some
see
different
who's
faces at the
healthy,
front.
see who's not healthy.
Exactly.
Kenneth Robinson got away with minor hits.
I'm interested to see that number 35 up on the high lane. Tyler Jordan.
That thing does
How
not look like it can
it doesn't
accelerate.
it doesn't look healthy. It's not a quick car to begin with. I wonder how long it'll take for people to clear him and if he'll hold up a pack of cars. But anyway, the pace car will come in now.
Towards the restart zone, Starman will lead the field. The healthiest car, and it's green, but it's not a good launch from Starman. It's a very good launch from Logan Wilkie, who's already cleared Starman. What a restart from that number 10 Audi car. Brilliant work. Right, here we go. So we can definitely see some cars starting to get away now. It
Well,
looks like we
is that
still.
just because they're trying to clear Tyler Jordan? Look at him already on the top side. So
Oh
slow.
dear, Tyler Jordan.
Charpentier, Panizzi, desperation setting in as they try to get past. They're not looking too slow, but I guess we'll see in the next couple of laps whether these cars can actually hang with the pack. But Starman has now gotten back to the lead after that brilliant launch from the 10.
I think
Um,
we have about 10, 12 healthy cars here. Mondragon looks good.
Mondragon does look good. Mondragon's got pace.
If he can keep the draft, Mondragon may have a hope of bringing Venturi at $500,000 again.
Yeah, it's still looking.
Talavera as well. We might have more cars than we thought left.
Yeah,
Anyway, Starman has
gapped.
got ahead
Built up a
of
gap.
the Audi car and has completely disappeared.
Yeah, gap the field. Maybe now
Robinson's
that's the
still there
end.
as well after being backwards
After
and
being,
hit.
yeah, backwards contact with.
So right, so Mondragon is there. Mondragon has caught up. He's in the fight. Talavera, there's one way to check this. We'll quickly check his speed. He looks healthy.
So it just depends whether he loses the draft.
And
Really
so
interesting.
does Tyler
Novak
Novak,
as
I
well
would
looks.
say. So I think we have around 13, 14 healthy cars left in this race, if I had to take an educated guess. Now, the big thing here, Starman hasn't pitted.
That is true. He's
He
going to be
can't
running
make
lighter.
the end.
He's going to be running lighter on fuel as well. So
Ah, it's true. Yes,
that might be the
yes.
pace advantage here. But it's just a question of how long can he go.
I don't know. He's, I believe, so these cars can do around 38 laps on a stim. They have been advised by ANMRA officials to not do that in this race to prevent chaotic instances at the finish. So the fuel tanks have been reduced just for this race for the cars to do around 30 to 33 laps.
Okay.
So Starman, I would expect to see pit around then, unless we get a caution.
As we get a caution, that could be his golden ticket to a potential front running position. He was already at the front anyway. It was a bold call. It was a surprising call.
I am very, very surprised that Sage did not call Starman in there. As you were saying, very bold call. That could be race defining.
Exactly, and well, if there's no caution, then well, these are the other cars could probably go to the end. Well, he shot himself in the foot, really.
Oh, absolutely. And not just that, he is by far the fastest car in the field here.
Oh, exactly.
He's I've never seen this in these Car of Tomorrow Gen 5 cars at Daytona. I have never seen one car run away from the field like he is right
No,
now.
neither have I.
This is almost incredible. Of course, his teammate Robinson has some damage, but even
Yeah,
he can't get through the cars ahead. While he is while his Starman is just
Starman is
checking out.
well. We've got maybe a little bit of competition for him now, as here comes Franco Nazario Espinazola in that Brown Racing Enterprises car, looking quite quick.
The brown cars have been quite interesting. So throughout all of the testing at Daytona, of course, the two group duels, and then well, of course we'll get to practice and qualifying after this event. So practice and qualifying for the Daytona 250 will be in the coming week. But from what we've seen so far, those brown cars are looking quite handy on the super speedways, and not many people expected that. Of course, every single one of the brown cars has managed to make it into this feature duel, which was not expected, especially when the likes of Quinton Wells Racing were only able to get 2 out of their 4 cars in.
Yeah, exactly. Well, Brown, you can see they've got three of their cars in the top 10 at the moment. There's Ken Hale, I believe. Yeah, Ken Hale in the number 37, and then further back, the 34 of Kenny Dixon, just behind Andrew Mondragon there. As you
Hmm.
can see, Javier Talavera has managed to catch back up. So this is the healthy kind of pack. You can see a car just back there. I think it's Carpentier Panizzi or someone else. I'm not sure. But
Which car?
on their own in no
Oh,
man's
that's
land,
Tyler Novak
that's Tyler
Jr.
Novak. That's it. He's
Actually,
on
that
the
brings up an interesting point now you're at it. Where is the
oh,
first lapped car for them? So, Michael Telekan is going 170.
Michael
He's just
Teller
come out of
is
turn 4.
yeah. So that'll be interesting once they catch up to Teller.
Oh, definitely. That will bring us some excitement here. It'll be all down on Starman as to whether he can pick the right lane to not get blocked.
Exactly.
Anyways, back to it. William Starman, if this was a points paying race, I am pretty sure he would be checking that box for most laps led today. That would be an extra 5 bonus points to hear it because I don't think anyone is going to touch him here. This is a very, very dominant drive.
No, exactly. But
But
obviously with that fuel, we'll see how the race goes. But we can see Andrew Mondragon making his way through. Could Andrew Mondragon be a contender? Flying the flag for Venturia now, the only car still running for that team. Could he be one to maybe break through here?
we'll have to see. Here comes Franco Nazaro Espinozola to the inside of Starman. Starman's first challenge in what feels about a century. In reality, only about 6 or 7 laps. But Franco Nazaro to the lead here at Daytona. But can Starman come back on the outside? No.
Not quite. And now Espinozola cements that lead. Can pick whoever they want to go with, but we've got 3 wide here and Andrew Mondragon, as I just mentioned him, here he comes for the race lead.
And Andrew Mondragon, after I believe being backwards down the back straight, now leads it to. Oh no!
Oh no! Here we go. Here we can. We don't.
It
We
can't
don't.
even hit 170 mile an. This could cause an accident here.
This could be.
Are we going to see some Dodge alliance here? One Dodge
Oh no!
helping the only other Dodge left in this race.
Depends where they catch him. There he is. They're going to catch him just off the trioval, I think. Oh my lord!
Look at that closing speed. Mondragon and Ken Hale. One of them's going to emerge passing this lap car as the leader. The other one could be eliminated
Could be
from the lead
eliminated.
pack group.
Oh, here we go! Oh, is he going to come
To
down?
the, oh,
He's in the middle of the pack, and look at this. The
top
field can't
3 have
see
got
through.
away. The entire rest of the field has been blocked, and the top 3 are escaping.
They have. They've gotten away.
Nice teamwork from the Dodgers there.
Incredible, yeah. And Andrew Mondragon now gets to the lead. Backwards down the back straightaway. No problem at all.
And look, William Starman is
Right
going
to
to
the
be
back.
last of the healthy cars. He's managing to get around Ken. Ken Hale, one poor decision in picking his line.
Sent him right to the back. We're talking about that good run from Brown Racing Enterprises. Well, Ken Hale now to the back of this pack, and it's not really a pack anymore, is it? It's spread out massively. But Mondragon establishing himself with the nice lead.
Well, we've got 3 cars ahead, and we've got another slow car of Teller down the back straight. The best thing Teller could do for everyone else in the field here is block at least one of these cars. Because these guys are going to easily catch up.
They will.
There is no way the rest of the field does not catch up here, especially with how they're sort of scattered. They're all in each other's draft slightly. But here we go. They're already nearly on
they're
Teller.
already catching Teller.
So Tyler Jordan is a lap down, and Andrew Mondragon's nearly. Who is next after Teller? Okay, so Teller's the last lap car I think we're going to hit of this race. Actually, no, I think we might hit Jordan. We may hit Tyler Jordan again if that car actually makes it to the finish.
I think so, unless it breaks down.
Wait, what's happened to Mondragon? Mondragon?
Where's Mondragon?
Oh,
no!
Mondragon's round with Ken Hale.
Incredible. What's happened?
Our race leader's round. Caution is out.
Caution is out.
That's going to be a big saviour for William Starman. But Kenneth Robinson will stick with him.
Will lead.
Will lead the
line, surely.
And
Incredible.
Is Teller going to keep his lap? Teller's not going to keep his lap.
Keep his lap. There they go, past him.
So what on earth has happened?
What happened there? We missed something.
We will go straight to the replay of this one. For we know what the field order is going to be, and we know that Starman is going to pit under this. And if anyone else pits, we'll figure it out.
There's one of them. Oh, Mondragon has had an engine blowout.
His engine!
Yeah. Mondragon's engine is blown.
Oh, an absolute disaster for Venturia. Race leading Andrew Mondragon's engine gives out up into the wall.
Yeah, I mean,
Everyone
Ventura
making it
avoided,
through,
but he
and he just
slides down the
slides down.
field. Oh no!
Oh,
Huge hit for Ken Hale.
oh, that is one nasty accident. We'll have a look at the onboard from Ken Hale here, and then of course the onboard from Andrew Mondragon. That is one nasty accident. We'll just let the crash talk here. Oh,
Yeah, big hit. Big hit. Nothing he can really do there. As Mondragon slides down the track, but nothing that really he could do either. He'd lost his engine. You know, he was holding the brakes. Nothing he could do at all in that dodge. Yeah, engine lets out from a comfortable lead. Really unfortunate for Venturia, but here we go then, on board with Andrew Mondragon.
it sounds healthy. The engine sounds okay, and he just slides down and just.
Enormous hit. Enormous hit for Ken Hale.
The lucky thing for both is the impact is to the front and rear of the car.
It is indeed.
See it from a spectator's point of view. Mondragon just slides down.
Huge stuff. Huge, and that's a car totaled. Thankfully for the Duels, damage costs covered.
Damage costs may be covered, but is that car going to be racing in the 250 after that?
That's a good question. Will they be able to get it repaired? Huge hit. Huge hit.
Well, one thing's for certain, that's made this race interesting. Starman has made his stop. He's
Starman
lost a
has
lot of
indeed.
ground.
That's the caution that Starman was banking on. He really needed that.
Did a lot more cars pit than we think.
Yeah, because there has been a bit of a shuffle.
Oh, they're stacking
the
up into each
order.
other. So Teller and Jordan have unlapped
Because
themselves.
is now leading, and it was Kenneth Robinson who led them across the line.
There has definitely been more stops then.
There's
Well,
been more stops.
we could have followed that.
Just to splash and dash, maybe get them to the end. What is going on here?
They're all stacking up, trying to get into the correct order, unfortunately.
As they shuffle into the correct
So
order.
are the top two going to pit? Because I think they've stayed out then to get their
laps back.
Well, Teller looks like he's in.
Teller is going to pit, and is Jordan as well.
Jordan is confused.
Jordan almost looks like he was breaking down there. He's going so slowly, but yeah, Teller pits. Jordan will stay out.
How is this going to work on the restart?
I don't know.
Will
we have Tyler Jordan leading a restart?
Tyler Jordan's either going to be leading the restart, but a lap down, or they're going to send him to the back. And I'm not sure what they're going to do here. Camilla Lindberg's actually got up into third now.
Lindberg made quiet progress.
I don't think this was the right strategy call from Starman here, because he is going to get stuck behind slower cars and may just entirely lose the draft on this restart.
Be interesting though. We've got 10 laps to go. Anything can still happen at the end of this race, but the pit stops are done. That's one thing for certain.
37s. That's Ken Hale.
Ken
I was 35. I was confused for a second. I thought we'd lost another car, and I was wondering who on earth it was.
The only cars we lost were Mondragon and Hale from that accident, but Venturia Racing, absolute disaster. Absolute disaster for them. As we watched 3 of their cars go out in that initial wreck, and then Andrew Mondragon from a race-leading position has his engine blow into turn number 1.
Well, this is definitely going to be an interesting finish, and more so for the fact a lot of these poorer teams are in for the $500,000 here.
They are indeed.
Of course, ARSE are in for it. Turismo are in for it. Mason Denunbas?
Mason Denunbas.
Denunbas, yes.
In the number 10.
Anyway, they're all in for the win here. And that money will mean a hell of a lot more to them than it will mean to, say, a Sage Motorsport, a Sky International. We'll see. Right, what is Tyler Jordan going to do here? Is he going to stay out? I I assume he's
I
going to
think
stay
he's
out.
staying out.
So how many cars do we actually have left in this thing? 18
18
cars.
cars.
Okay. How are they going to...
Maybe 19, I'm not sure, because we've got Tyler Jordan as well.
I have a feeling Tyler Jordan might get confused in the double... Oh, here we go.
Oh, here we go. They're going to
So Tyler Jordan is letting everybody through.
let everybody through.
Please, no one collide
Nobody
with Jordan.
collide with this car. They do okay, so they do shuffle Tyler Jordan to the back. That's sorted then.
I am surprised that the ANMRA officials were smart enough to do that. I had a horrible feeling that Tyler Jordan was going to get left on row one, but then have two other cars in row one with him.
Exactly.
But here we are. Right. So we're going to go green lap 30. The big question is, can the favourite, William Starman, get through the damaged cars to get up there? Joseph Clark's car was relatively healthy, I believe.
Clark's car was healthy, but the two back row racing cars,
Are
they were
not.
Betez especially was not very healthy.
So Starman has Johnson, who has damage.
Johnson
Clark, who is healthy, which is good for Starman because he's in the same lane as Clark.
Yes.
They will be in the same lane. Betez, Carpentier, Panizzi, not healthy. And Sherman and Novak are not healthy, but not...
They're not detrimental. They're quick enough.
They're clearable.
Yeah.
They're like, they will be able to use. Here we go.
Here we go. They sort out. They shuffle into their lanes.
I tell you what, Starman and Clark might have got very lucky because there looks to only be one badly damaged car in front of them in their lane.
Exactly, yeah.
They could get through this. I did not even notice this. There are two TMS cars in this fight for the win.
They are indeed. Javier Talavera and Noah Cataneo lining up alongside of each other.
Was Cataneo healthy?
I'm not sure. I think
because he pitted a lap later than everyone else and dropped to the back.
He might have taken a little bit of damage, either that or he just got caught with lapped cars. But we're going to see as the pace car comes in, as they come to the restart zone. 10 laps to go as we cross the line, and we are green again.
And it's a great launch from Kenneth Robinson, the outside launching brilliantly again, and Robinson is already clear in the lead. It was a horrible restart from Megami Aleskian, and that number 48 is about to lose another spot, it looks like. Further back, right, looking away from the lead pack, this is what we want to see. Clark and Starman have not had the best start. In fact, a lot of these cars are actually sticking quite well right now.
Yeah, we could see the entire pack, but we'll see. There's Teller and Jordan dropping miles back, but these cars are actually doing all right. There's Carpentier Panizzi with that big scuff down the left-hand side.
Panizzi? And at the speeds they're running, Carpentier Panizzi might be able to hang on with the lead pack and fight for the win. Yeah. What a recovery this would be for back row racing. I don't know what they've done at their pit stops to those cars. As Kenneth Robinson is checking out just like his teammate. Those Sage cars, as soon as they get into clean air, are saying us, there we go, that's big. Starman's through further behind.
Yeah, Starman makes the move.
In fact, Carpentier Panizzi's nearly into the top 5.
Yeah, Panizzi's really making this work. We've got a little bit of single file going on at the front here behind Kenneth Robinson, and indeed they are all just kind of...
But here comes Megami Aleskian in the ARSE car, side by side for the lead with that 42. Camilla Lindberg with a massive run on the inside. Is she going to try and squeeze through? No, she decides against it. Robinson getting such a good run off the high side every time.
Turn your attention a little bit further back to the bottom of the shot. There's Starman.
Oh,
Starman. Here comes the shot. Jaws music should start playing any second, because here he comes through this back. He is definitely the quickest car here, and he is showing it at the moment once he can get these overtakes done.
Shades of Dale Earnhardt from William Starman. This is showing you how a super speedway race is run. What a recovery this could be if he can fight back to win this. He's got time to do it, and his teammate is the one leading this race. This could be a very good result for Sage here. This could be a very, very good result for them.
Indeed, it could be. absolutely massive. But Carpentier Panizzi surprising the field, keeping with everyone with all that damage. But it's obviously we'll have to wait and see how this all pans out with a much quicker car behind in the 24 of William Starman.
I will
And here he
say,
goes.
my pre-race picks of Michael Teller and Ratko Betez
Oh, right at the back.
aren't exactly in the fight for the win on this one. The one man I did not expect to drive so well today is William Starman. He is a brilliant driver, but this has been a drive out of this world as he is into the top five. Where was he at that restart?
He was about 15th, I'd say.
What a comeback.
Unbelievably far
Within
back.
about 3 laps, and he's nearly into fourth. That number 24, Budweiser, but he's got someone to his
Here's Cataneo. Cataneo with a run in that number 9. Looking to make it 3 wide. Not quite. I think he's got his teammate just behind him.
He's got himself in there. The
He has.
Disruptor. Cataneo, the Disruptor, the two TMS cars working to cause a little bit of chaos in this one. Looks like Megami Aleskin does not quite have the pace to fight for the win here, but he's trying to hang on to as high a position as he can. See, he's getting massive help from Kenneth Robinson, who I think has realised that and has decided to give the draft to that 48 rather than the 71.
Well, Lindbergh's quick. Lindbergh was very good. We saw with that run that Lindbergh got earlier. Lindbergh is very, very quick, and I think Robinson's realised that. Maybe help the 48 along, keep them alongside Camilla Lindbergh in that 71, and just keep
I
the
think
competition
Lindbergh might have it
going.
here, but here comes Cataneo to the inside. Has he got his nose in? Yes, he has. Cataneo, out of seemingly nowhere, he had dropped right off at the restart.
And there goes Alausgien.
Yeah,
Alausgien's dropped off, and now Lindbergh is clear of them, and Robinson will be sweating a bit because Starman's further back as well. Starman is stuck in that top side behind Megami Alausgien. And here comes Lindbergh.
what a move from Lindbergh. There didn't look to be a gap. She's made one herself, and she is alongside Kenneth Robinson. And Lindbergh,
Looks to lead.
unless Robinson's got the run off the corner here, which I think he has, side by side across the line. Now, imagine if that was the finish.
Very close. Very, very close. But I think Robinson just leads it, and here comes Cataneo again. Cataneo maybe going for the race lead here.
He is not giving up. That car has not had the most eventful race. I mean, I think it spent the majority of the last one. Yeah.
Running at the back and off the coattails of the leaders. But Cataneo now running to the front, 36 of 40.
And I think this has almost done over Camilla Lindbergh a bit, who seems to be struggling on that inside. But now it looks to be doing over Kenneth Robinson on the high side. They're going to be 3 wide across the line. Lap 36. This is going to be a close finish of this one, I think. Out towards the tri-oval. I think Lindbergh is just going to have the lead here.
Yep,
Yes, she does. Oh,
Is there a
no.
laps car?
And
There
you
is
know,
the
we
laps
all
car.
know who it is.
It's Tyler Jordan. This is going to be really interesting to see which lanes they pick, who will.
And he, of
get
course.
through, but Cataneo gets to the lead now.
Yeah, Cataneo
leads.
to the lead. So Cataneo leads. Of course, Tyler Jordan is now the only Dodge. So he can't work to help any of the other Dodges anymore.
But
So we'll see how this goes.
Lindbergh,
Cataneo
that
to the
run.
Ooh.
It's going to be interesting. Where's Jordan?
Kenneth Robinson's been abandoned. Oh no.
Jordan is on that low side. Is Cataneo going to get held here? They're going to go round.
It's the high side that gets it. And it's Robinson versus Lindbergh for the win here now. Unless the rest of the field can catch them in time.
Exactly. Cataneo got done over there, but Jordan in the middle.
Starman has been done over after his incredible comeback. That is quite a shame to see. That would have been a story for the ages. But
incredible.
He's definitely made a statement today, that's for certain. So we go back to the front.
It's a straight fight now. Lindbergh versus Kenneth Robinson. We're going to see who's got the most pace. Teller's miles out of the picture. But we're going to see who's got the most pace between these two now. It's a straight fight. Unless Cataneo could somehow, by some miracle, bring this pack back up.
You say a miracle. They're about 3 miles an hour quicker.
They're coming.
And here they come. Tyler Novak Jr. could not make the end.
In on fuel.
He's in on fuel. Can anyone make the end on field? Do we have more cars who can't make the end?
We have, but we're gonna see this pack is catching up. This could be a really interesting finish here as Lindbergh and John and Robinson fighting for the win. But here comes Cataneo with so much overspeed.
Is he going to make it 3 wide? No.
No, tucks in behind Lindbergh, but this has really made this race interesting.
And look who's still not giving up.
Yep, Starman is still there. This should be the penultimate lap, provided we don't have any last-minute wrecks. And yep, here they come towards the tri-oval.
Oh!
In comes
Uh,
that is Kenny Dixon.
Kenny
I think,
Dixon can't
the
make the end.
34. White flag in the air. This will
Camilla
be the
Lindbergh
final lap.
versus Kenneth Robinson. Can Noah Cataneo get involved? No. Brandon Reeves is going to stop Cataneo's hopes, but Cataneo's forced Kenneth Robinson up high. Camilla Lindbergh's clear for the lead, but here comes Brandon Reeves out of nowhere on the inside. Starman's closing up on the group. This is going to be a close finish. Has Camilla Lindbergh got it? Is Cataneo going to go for it? This is Cataneo's chance. He has to get his nose in here. Has he got his nose in? Yes, he has.
He does. Yes,
Cataneo's got his nose in.
It's interesting now. Through 3 and 4, who's got the better run off the corner? The high side has been better, but we'll have to wait and see. Up to the line now.
Camilla Lindbergh's got the run. But can Cataneo fight back through the tri-oval? No! Camilla Lindbergh will win the Daytona Duel out of seemingly nowhere. That final stint, Camilla Lindbergh has come and won it all. That's $500,000 to Scott International and to Camilla Lindbergh. What a race!
What a race. Incredible stuff. Really shakes up at the end there. We thought it was going to be just a 2-car fight, but the pack closed back up, made it interesting, and an incredibly interesting race there.
Trust a certain Tyler Jordan to make this race
to make this race interesting. Incredible.
Oh, look at that poor 35 car.
Battered and bruised, but it made the finish.
It finished.
It was the only Dodge that did make the finish.
That is quite the thing. All 4 Venturias failed to finish the race. It was the Monster Dick Speed car that finished. But why talk about the 35? Let's talk about Camilla Lindbergh. I don't think she was ever a contender for the win until about the last 5 laps of that thing.
No, Camilla Lindbergh in that final stint, from the moment that final caution came in, was absolutely on a mission. And I think Robinson knew it with the way that Kenneth Robinson was defending. But Lindbergh really came into her own at the end there and made a very strong case and was a deserved victor today.
Oh, absolutely. I think I'd say this is the image of the race. A completely battered and bruised Quinton Wells racing car.
Oh, absolutely.
A brutal race for the cars. I think the teams are very thankful that damage costs are being covered by the governing body for this one, because I feel like a few teams may have gone bankrupt from this race alone.
Oh, absolutely.
I am not naming names, but a certain team with the numbers 2, 4, 12, and 74. Disaster for Venturi, especially Andrew Mondragon. He would have been a deserved winner to keep going. Honestly, Andrew Mondragon, William Starman, definitely. Kenneth Robinson for a bit as well. I think they were the 3 main standouts of that. Camilla Lindbergh just turned up at the right moment.
Exactly. Incredible stuff.
Wow.
As you can see, there's the look at the gap between Cataneo and Robinson across the line. 1/1000th of a second for second place, but no points, no prizes for second. Camilla Lindbergh takes all the money, all the prize for this race.
So Camilla Lindbergh, our victor, was Cataneo, great fight back at the end in second. Kenneth Robinson, he looked like he had the win pretty much secured until they just caught back up, really. He finishes in third. Logan Wilkie in that number 10 Audi car will finish fourth.
Incredible.
Who would have predicted that? Who would have even predicted that car to make the main race at all?
No, exactly. Incredible.
Amazing. Stuff. Brandon Reeves fifth. Really good run at the end from him. Once again, another one of those cars that was just anonymous like Lindbergh for quite a lot of the race and just appeared when it mattered. William Starman recovers to 6th after I don't know how many curveballs were thrown at him in that final stint. I don't know how he has emerged from this in 6th, but a brilliant drive from him. Franco Nazario Espinozola, funny enough, after we talked positively about Brown Racing Enterprise all race, their highest finishing car was 7th.
Yeah, that it really fell apart for Brown. They had 3 cars in the top 10 at one point, and then the wheels just fell off, really.
Because Kenny Dixon, they underfueled. Carl Sherman, damage. And Ken
Literally,
Hale,
Ken Hale had a
unfortunate,
horrible accident.
horrible accident with Andrew Mondragon. We'll let you know how both drivers are after we get news. Back to going through the order. Johnny Carpentier Panizzi, brilliant recovery from an accident, finishes 8th. If he didn't get hit Tyler Jordan near the end, I think he could have been within a shot of a better finish. Megami RSKM finishes 9th. Joseph Clark, a top 10. Both ends of the top 10 for Scott International, and they're the only Scott cars to get in the top 10, I believe. Yes, because one of them didn't make it, and the other one didn't have enough fuel to make the end. Of course, like Javier Talavera 11th, he had a lot better pace than that,
Yeah, it got
unfortunately.
blocked, unfortunately.
Yeah.
And here's the damaged cars, really.
Ratko Betez, top of the battered and bruised cars, real favourite for this race, but I don't think Betez is going to be very happy with Michael Teller. I feel like there may be some choice words said, choice actions.
Oh, absolutely. It'll be
That's
interesting after this race in the paddock.
especially that it's not even a points paying race, and I feel like we've got a million storylines.
Nope.
Mitch Johnson 13th, Carl Sherman damaged in 14th. Of course, Kenny Dixon not enough fuel, had to pit with a lap to go. He comes 15th. Tyler Novak Jr. 16th once again, not enough fuel. Michael Teller literally just lapped at the line, so he was very unfortunate for that one.
Wasn't quick enough, though.
But he was
Wasn't
nowhere
quick
near
enough
quick
anyway.
enough with that damage.
He was gonna drop miles back anyway.
But I'm sure, as Ratko Bettis will say, that is karma for his incident with himself and Ava Valyak. I feel like there's going to be some interesting exchanges on that one. Of course, Mondragon and Ken Hale had their accident with Mondragon's engine failure. That was quite a horrible accident. Joe Dolinsky, Fraser, Valyak, and Monreal all disappeared from the first wreck. Eventful race.
Certainly.
Quite a lot of accidents, crashes, and just some really good racing.
Some very good racing indeed.
And some
racing.
very poor driving, I would
And
say.
some questionable driving at times, but overall a very good race and a good sign of things to come if we get more of that for the 250.
A good warm up for the season ahead. So, yeah, we'll see you next time at the Daytona 250. So, that is all from us then. We'll see you next time. Goodbye.